Hey guys, I'm the flexibility guy, Coach Elia, and in this video I'm going to show you the best 5 exercises you can do to achieve the front split position. First of all, you must note this. The front split is the combination between your front leg and your back leg flexibility. In your front leg, you stretch a group of muscles called the hip extensors, and your hamstrings and your glutes are the most important ones. In your back leg, instead, you stretch a group of muscles called the hip flexors. The Elia and the quadricep are the most important ones. We're going to be focusing on the flexibility development of these areas with specific exercises first. Then we're going to use that flexibility in a front split position to get closer and closer to the floor until we can finally achieve it flat on the floor. Alright, let's start. Let's start with the first exercise, maybe the most important one, the Psoas Stretch against the wall. To perform this exercise, you have to start with your back knee against the wall or slightly away. If you are a beginner, just put it slightly away, and when you get better and better, you can move it closer. And you want to perform a lunge with your front leg. At this point, you want to drive your hips down toward your front heel. And this is the standard variation. To make it stronger, you have 2 main options. You can use a weight, you can put it above your head or just take it by your side. Or you can wrap a band around your hips and around your front hand. You put your hand on the floor and you let the band pull your hips down. You want to stay here for 20 breaths per leg, trying every 5 breaths to get deeper into the stretch. The second stretch is always for your Elia psoas, and this is maybe one of my favorite preparatory exercises for the front split. It's called the battle stretch. You want to start in a lunge, then you want to pay attention to these 3 things. You want to flex your back foot, so you want to put your toe against the floor. You want to drive your hips down toward your front heel, and then you want to extend your back knee, driving your back heel back. As you do that, pay attention to your hips. You have to push your hips down and you don't have to move them up as you extend your knee. Something that may help you do this even better is thinking about pushing your back heel back, as I said. Here, you want to perform dynamic repetitions, meaning that you want to bend and extend your back knee for 6 to 10 reps. And on the final one, you want to hold that position for 10 final breaths. Third exercise, the one-leg pike extension. This time you'll be focusing on your hamstrings flexibility. Now, to perform this exercise, you need a weight. And you want to start in a standing position. You want to put the front foot on a chair or something similar and keep the other leg on the floor. You want to keep both legs straight, your body straight, your trunk perpendicular to the floor to start. Then you want to grab a weight with the opposite hand of your front leg and you want to drive your torso down toward your front leg, keeping both of your legs straight. You want to let the weight pull yourself into the stretch. All right, so you just want to follow the traction of the weight. You stop in the bottom position, so you can stop wherever you want. Just as soon as you feel the stretch, stop there. Stop and come up. This is the dynamic variation, so you can perform dynamic repetitions and you can repeat this kind of movement for 6 to 10 reps. Then on the final one, you do want to stay in the static passive stretch, which means that you can put one hand on the chair or the support, etc., and relax your torso there. Pull with your hand and let the weight pull your trunk down and stay there for the last 10 to 20 breaths, trying every 5 breaths to get deeper into the stretch. Exercise number 4, the lunge. This is how you want to perform a lunge to increase your flexibility, not to build strength. So the focus is really different here. We want to build flexibility. We want to increase our flexibility. You want to start in a lunge with some weights, with your back straight, and you want to push your hips down as much as you can toward your front heel. Once in the bottom position, you can stay there for a couple of seconds and then you can come back up. If this feels easy and you have to feel the stretch in your back leg, on the front portion of your back leg, so on your Elia, Psoas, on your quad, you can move your front foot a little more in front of you, against the wall or against a weight, as I'm doing here. And you want to repeat the lunge movement. So you want to push your hips back down, stay there for a couple of seconds, and come back up. Now, since your front leg will be a little straighter, all right, you're gonna feel also the stretch on your front leg hamstrings, which is good. There's a really good preparation exercise for your front split. You can perform dynamic repetitions, so 6 to 10 reps, for example, staying in the bottom position for a couple of seconds at each rep. And on the last one, you want to remain in the stretch longer, 10 to 20 breaths. Every 5 breaths, you want to get deeper into the stretch. Last exercise, how not to talk about the front split. Of course, we are here because we want to learn the front split, and this is how you want to do it. To get into a correct front split position, you have to put some yoga blocks under your legs. In this way, you can keep track of your progress and relax during the stretching position. Keep your legs on the same line and use your hands to raise your trunk up, pressing your hips strongly down. A strategy you can use here is a PNF, where you push both of your feet against the floor for a kind of 10 to 20 seconds. Then you want to stop, inhale, exhale, and try to get deeper and more relaxed into the stretch. For the front split, I suggest you perform more than 1 set per leg, so your brain can adapt to this strong and intense stretching position, allowing you to gradually gain more range of motion. And as you gain more range of motion, just remove the yoga blocks from under your hips and get deeper. As you can see, in all these variations, I'm also using a weight that pushes my body further down into the stretch. So if you feel stuck or to just avoid plateaus, you can use this strategy as well. Just make sure you are using the correct technique. Guys, these are the 5 exercises you can use with really minimal equipment to work on your front split position. I suggest you repeat these at least 2 times per week, up until 4. Always make sure you can recover well, all right? And always take some rest days and give your body time to recover, for that matter, all right? So you want to start with 2, for example, then if you can do more, you can do 3, up until 4. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions or doubts, and if you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you so much. Have a nice stretch.
Hey, if you want to improve your legs, hips, lower body flexibility in general, and you also want to master the splits, in this book you can find all the exercises you need. This is called Split Sacking, and you can find it on Amazon right now.